What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See that red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that to show your support for the channel. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, we are in full effect. We are coming to an end on Mancera week. I did actually just do a review on Aoud Vanille, and I actually wanted to get another one in. We're going to double dip on Saturday because these will be released on Saturday. Both reviews. We're going to double dip and go with my scent of the day today. Here's my full review on Aoud Lemon Mint. Stay tuned. Aoud Lemon Mint. Man, I know some people say Aoud. I like saying Aoud. This is up there with being one of my favorites from the house. I have 8 Mancera fragrances, and this is running a real close race with red tobacco for my favorite. I'm going to be honest with you on this. Needless to say, that's spoiler alert, it's going to have a good rating, as all of these have. So it's your standard Mancera presentation. It's not the flashy presentation that's got the gold base added on top of that with the other cap that's got the gold collar and the rivets with the gold plating on top, the black cap. But this one does have a gradient design going from blue to green to yellow, which is gorgeous. This is the prettiest colored glass, in my opinion, of the Mancera bottles. But like I said, without having the extra flair, it's the standard Mancera rating that I give for presentation, which is an 8 out of 10. Very good rating because they stack very well. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Whoop, right there. This is where I keep all of them, 3, 3, and then this one goes in the back with the Aoud blue notes. I have 8 right now. They stack very well. They look really good in the collection. They look really good on the shelf. So 8 out of 10. Now, this was released in 2016. It's classified as a woody aromatic. I'll put the notes right there. So in the opening on this one, you're going to get a blast of lemon. And it's not a sharp lemon. It's a juicy, kind of creamy lemon. Follow me, walk with me down my thought path here, okay? Stick with me. When I say creamy and lemon, that doesn't make any sense. The almond is so creamy, it makes a creamy lemon scent. Because you're getting a lot of lemon, a lot of oud, and a lot of almond in the opening. And it's creamy from start to finish. There's no escaping the creaminess of this fragrance. If you like a creamy one, this is going to be the one. Just saying. And you do get a mild spice, kind of a peppery spice. It's not overpowering. It's not real heavy. It's not extremely warming. You can wear this in the warmer weather. High heat summer, might get a little cloying. But the opening is very creamy, very beautiful. Genuine, authentic lemon that doesn't have the sharp edge. Super creamy almond. A mild pepper spice with some oud. And then as you get into that transition, you're still getting plenty of oud, that creamy almond. It becomes more patchouli dominant in that transition once you get past about 20 or 30 minutes in from that opening. And then that lemon really hangs around for quite a while. It takes a few hours for the lemon to really burn off. And then once you get into that dry down, it's still oud, creamy lemon, and you're getting a light vanilla at that point. The patchouli's still there, it's still present, but it kind of starts to fade away. It's kind of undertoned in the background at that point once you really get into the dry down. The early dry down, it's still more prominent and noticeable, but the deep dry down, it's just about gone. And like I said, there's a very light vanilla, not really adding any sort of sweetness to it, but it's present. You can definitely detect the vanilla hours and hours and hours into it. The scent on this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's terrific. It's gordrific, if you will. So for that, the scent's going to get an 8.5 out of 10. Longevity. Yet again, once again, 12 hours plus. Here we are. I sprayed it at 7 o'clock this morning. It is currently 10:20 at night, and I still very easily smell it coming off of my chest. I smell a light vanilla, and I get a little bit of almond. The oud's kind of faded at this point, and we're talking mega deep dry down. But I digress. The longevity on this is outrageous. It's a 10 out of 10. Projection. So this one's kind of heavy in the opening. This is heavier than Aoud Vanille was, the previous video, which if you want to check that one out, let's put it up, wrong side. I'll put it right there for you if you want to check out the Aoud Vanille review that I just did, that just released before this one. So on the projection, you're beyond arm's length. You don't really need to go heavy on this one. You can 3 to 5 sprays, and 5 is being heavy. 5 is pushing it, because those first 2 hours, it's heavy. It's beyond moderate to heavy. It's heavy. You're pushing. You're well beyond arm's length. You're in that almost 6 foot range. You're not feeling, excuse me, you're not feeling a room. It's not red tobacco type of projection. But you're getting there, okay? 2 hours, it's a solid beyond arm's length, 6 foot range. I would say 4 or 5 feet range. You got this big old massive scent bubble everywhere you go. Small room, you'll feel a small room. Big open area, it gets out in the air, people are gonna smell you. After about 2 hours, you kind of get in that traditional Mancera bubble range, and it's gonna be for hours. It's every bit of 5 or 6 more hours of this range. Your own little personal bubble going on. You Mr. Bubble Boy walking around smelling like Aoud Lemon Mint from Mancera. And it smells great. You're gonna love smelling yourself all day. People are gonna notice you. Even if they don't say anything, they're gonna notice you. It does have a high compliment factor. I did get 2 compliments today. One was, man, what is that? That smells really good. Had that conversation. And another one was, whoo, what you wearing today, man? I've never smelled anything like that before. That doesn't smell like my Sauvage. That was the actual quote that was said. So I had to have that conversation. I laughed, of course, because no, this smells nothing like Sauvage. Like I've told you guys before, like 6 people at work that I know of that wear Sauvage on a daily basis. But I digress, I'm getting off topic. It projects heavy for a long time and stays moderate even longer. Projection on this one is an 8.5 out of 10. Overall, Aoud Lemon Mint from Mancera, let me get that in the shot real good, is absolutely a 9 out of 10 fragrance. It's great. It's one of my favorites from the house. This can be a year-round fragrance. Go easy in the high heat, 100 degrees outside out here in the south. You know, 100 plus degrees. 2 sprays maybe, one on your chest, one on the back of your neck. Maybe not even right here because it's gonna get cloying right. So sorry, I patted the mic. I don't know how that sounded. Put it on your chest might be too much. Maybe one on each side of the neck. And roll with that. You don't want to put it all up in your nasal region because it's going to get cloying when you're hot and sweaty. But spring, fall, winter, stud. Something fresh and creamy for the winter. You pull this one off. Mainly spring and fall, in my opinion. Has a mass appeal to it, yet still maintaining it maintains being interesting with mass appeal, is the way I would put that. It has an intrigue to it, but it's not going to smell weird like some things can, like a skanky oud. That can turn some people off. The oud in this is not skanky. It adds a thick base and helps thicken up that creamy almond. It's heavier than the color of the bottle would suggest, but this is some of Mancera's finest work. It's a beautiful fragrance. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I know a few of you that have this one just like Aoud Vanille because of the Scent of the Day post in TLTG Reviews Fragrance Lounge and on Swift Scents and Fragnatics and all these other groups that I'm an active member of. How many of you have it? Let me know in the comments. Do you love it? I know a few of you that are gonna, because y'all recently talked about it when I've talked about it down in the comments. It's a great fragrance. It's a must-have from the house in my opinion. Is it a safe blind buy? Teach their own. I mean, I blind bought it. I love it. Do your research if you want to sample first because you don't want to commit to the full bottle before you smell it. Hey, it's always a good idea to sample first. I never strongly suggest that somebody take a leap of faith like I do with blind buys. You know, I get a little wild with it sometimes. Sometimes I'll just take a leap of faith. You know, the collector in me and thinking I know what's best for me just gets the best of me sometimes, and most of the time it works out. So until next time, guys, I will say if you get your hands on Aoud Lemon Mint, you give it a spray now. Yeah, I'm pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one.